In this special report, Japan Journal, with Mal Adams takes an in-depth look at the slush fund scandal that has rocked Japan's political landscape. Prime Minister Fumio Kishida's decision not to seek re-election as leader of the Liberal Democratic Party, LDP, has sent shockwaves through the nation, with serious implications for the upcoming general election. Join Mal Adams as he breaks down the origins of the scandal, the allegations against the LDP, and what this means for the future of Japan's government. Through expert analysis and exclusive footage, we uncover the truth behind this major political crisis. Don't miss this crucial episode that delves into the heart of one of Japan's biggest political stories.
You're tapped into Japan Journal with Mal Adams.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Japan Journal, your gateway to in-depth analysis and reporting on the key issues shaping Japan and the world. I'm Mal Adams, reporting to you from the center of the Japanese archipelago in beautiful downtown Kakegawa City, Shizuoka Prefecture. Today we're diving into a scandal that has rocked Japan's political landscape to its core. The slush fund controversy that has led Prime Minister Fumio Kishida to announce that he will not seek re-election as leader of the Liberal Democratic Party. This is a story of political intrigue, public outrage, and the potential reshaping of Japan's future. Stay with us now as we break down this complex issue on this special edition of Japan Journal, coming up right now.
You're tapped into Japan Journal with Mal Adams, the internet's #1 weekly English-language online cybercast from Japan, streaming on GNN, a division of Totown Communications Company Limited, Japan.
The scandal first came to light in late 2023 when investigative journalists uncovered a network of undisclosed funds within the LDP. These so-called slush funds were allegedly used to finance various activities without proper disclosure, sparking nationwide outrage and concerns over the transparency of Japan's ruling party. The funds were reportedly controlled by senior LDP members and were allegedly used to influence local and national elections. Allegations include the misuse of these funds for personal gain, bribery, and the manipulation of political outcomes, actions that have long cast a shadow over the party's reputation. As the scandal unfolded, Prime Minister Kishida faced mounting pressure. His initial response was seen as inadequate, leading to a sharp decline in public confidence. Critics accused Kishida of either being complicit or grossly negligent in overseeing the party's financial practices, further eroding his political standing. The scandal triggered deep divisions within the LDP. Factions within the party began distancing themselves from the leadership, fearing the repercussions of being linked to the scandal. Kishida's struggle to maintain party unity became increasingly evident as calls for leadership changes grew louder. The Japanese public reacted with outrage, viewing the scandal as a betrayal of trust. Media outlets across the country covered the story extensively, with many editorials calling for greater transparency and reform within the LDP. The scandal dominated public discourse, with many questioning the integrity of the ruling party. Legal and ethical debates ensued, with experts weighing in on the potential consequences of the slush fund scandal. Discussions centered around violations of election laws, corruption, and the ethical responsibilities of political leaders, reigniting debates about the need for stricter regulations on political financing in Japan. Opposition parties were quick to seize the moment, calling for a thorough investigation and demanding accountability from those involved. They also used the scandal as a rallying point ahead of the upcoming general election, positioning themselves as a cleaner alternative to the ruling LDP. Facing mounting pressure and declining support, Prime Minister Kishida announced that he would not seek re-election as LDP leader. This decision, framed as an act of responsibility, underscores the profound impact the scandal has had on his leadership and the broader political landscape in Japan. So with Kishida stepping down, the LDP now faces an uncertain future. The party must navigate the fallout from the scandal while preparing for a leadership transition. The selection of a new leader will be crucial in determining the party's direction and its ability to recover from the damage inflicted by the slush fund controversy. We now go to our Japan Journal correspondent in Tokyo, Nikki Sekino, for our final word on this scandal and its impact on the Japanese government and the people of Japan. Nikki?
Okay. Those around the LDP, Liberal Democratic Party, it's not new. However, this is pretty big one, including the resignation of Prime Minister Kishida. In the past, there has been some issues and problems, and including the leaving of Prime Minister. I don't remember when was the last one. Well, this one is certainly a big one, including his resignation. I thought it was like resignation of Joe Biden. Okay. Well, now back to you, Mal.
Thank you for that, Nikki. Before I let you go, who are some of the leading candidates being considered to follow Kishida as head of the LDP and ultimately Japan's next prime minister? I personally like Mr. Kono. Tell us about him and the other candidates, and then give us your personal call.
I like Mr. Kono too, Taro Kono, because he has been in the politics for a long time, and actually, well, I know about his father, Ichiro Kono. Mr. Kono is an intelligent man, it seems like, and honest about politics. Not like many other colorful politicians. However, Japanese media seldom covers Mr. Kono. I don't know why. Because he's an old school, older man. He's 61. And he had been discussed many times in the Japanese media. So the Japanese TV report companies maybe are tired of him. I don't know. I have done some study the in Japan, and looks like there are two persons. One is Mr. Takayuki Kobayashi. He's young or younger politician compared to other candidates. He's only 49. And he was a former Minister of State Missions. The Japanese media depicts him as a new face in the political world. Coverage is about his background. Educational background is very fine. He graduated from Todai. Then he went to Harvard. Graduated from Harvard Kennedy School. And he has his master's degree. So he's very international. I think he speaks fine. Media depiction is he is a leader in new face. Back to you, Mal.
Well, thank you, Nikki, and thank you, our subscribers from all over the world, for joining us on this edition of Japan Journal. As always, we strive to bring you the stories that matter with the depth and insight you deserve. Until next time, stay informed, stay engaged, and take care. I'm Al Adams, bidding you sayonara from Japan. Good day.
You're tapped into Japan Journal with Mal Adams, the internet's #1 weekly English-language online cybercast from Japan, streaming on GNN, a division of Totown Communications Company Limited, Japan.